all had a really lovely Easter, but I also hope that you're back on it, back working hard, doing some of the chores with your mum and dad, helping out a little bit around the house, but more importantly, getting your work done as well. Now, today we're going to be having a look at our computing lesson, databases. Now, we haven't used the tool that we're going to use today in the past, so it's going to be an introduction, and it's going to be a lot of exploring and experimenting from you guys. So, you'll need Purple Mash first of all. You need to log in. If you don't get the home page, you might have a to-do page or something like that. If you press the black icon, you'll get back to the home page. Once you're there, if you type in to investigate, it should come up about halfway through. You can find it here. It's this one. Once you've clicked it, you'll see sort of 10-15 activities. We're going to leave those for now. It's this top one that we're after first. Launch app. And once you're on, it's the alien section that we're after. So you give it a click and then choose in the bottom corner there. And you should come up with a screen like this. If you're having problems, just email me at any point on Purple Mash, or you can get your parents to email me as well. So we've got all of our different aliens here, from Doomlord all the way to Zinky. Okay, we've got different colours, different eyes, all sorts of different characteristics about them. Let's just have a look at a few now. So if we look on Doomlord, if you give Doomlord a little click, and he comes up with this picture. Try not to click on him because you will draw on him by accident, which we don't really want to do, so we can press back on that. We've got his name, we've got the sound that he makes, we've got his eyes, the planet he comes from, his special powers, his habitat, comes from an old house, and many more different things that we're going to have a look at over the next few minutes. Okay, once you just had a quick scan through that, give that a quick cancel. Now, we've got lots of tools in the top, on the top of our page. Okay, the first two we're not really going to use too much at all to begin with. That comes a little bit later when we make our own databases. Okay, so the first one we are going to look at is this one. It's called table. Okay, so a little square with lots of squares inside. I'm going to give that one a quick click. That should bring up all the information about all of the aliens all in one place. Okay, so we've got the name of all of them, we've got the eyes, the planet, the strength, we've got the body texture, the hobbies of every single alien, which can be useful if we're scanning, if we want to know everything about Dark Lord and Durak at the same time. Brill. However, later on, when you've got some of your questions, they're going to be a bit more specific than that, but the table can help us. So, for example, if the question was, how many aliens have more than 3 eyes, or 3 eyes or more, we could search through and say, oh, that one's got more than 3, that's 1, and that one's got 3 or more, so that's 2. However, that can take a lot of time, especially with some of the other ones which are a bit more wordy. So if we click on the box with eyes on, once it will put it in number value going up, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. If you press that again, it's going to do it backwards. So you'll get the numbers highest to smallest. Okay, so you've got 7, 3, 2. So your question suddenly becomes a lot easier. Okay, let's try another one. I'm going to give you a bit of time to experiment with it. So how many of these aliens come from a planet called Saturn? So how many come from the planet Saturn? Remember, you can either scan it and take your time and try and find them, or we can click the button up here and it will sort them out for us. So hopefully you've given that a go. Now if I give it a click for you, you'll see it goes in alphabetical order. So we've got Boaz, we've got the moon. Here we go, Saturn. So how many aliens are from Saturn suddenly becomes a lot easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done really, really quick. Fantastic. So you can pause the video now and experiment a little bit with this table. Have a go at clicking all of the top boxes, putting them in order, seeing if you can find out all the facts about the aliens. Just get yourself used to using the table. Once you've paused the video and you've had a go, you can come off it. So you can either press the little X in the corner or you can press OK. And we're going to have a look at the one next to tables. We're going to look at this one, which is called find. Now, all these tools at the top that we're using will do a similar task. They're going to help us to sort them and group them, and they're going to help us find the information much easier. You need to sort of find today the one that you find most useful. So experiment with all of them and do have a go. So we're going to go on to find. So we would like to find the alien with the eyes that are more than 3. We did this one before, but it'll just sort of show you how this one works. So how many aliens have more than 3? Just this one. Remember, I think it 7 eyes. He has 7 eyes. Okay, all the rest of them aren't part of it. It's just the one that's left over. Let's have a look at another one. So how many have an Earth habitat of a sewer? Gross. So it'll come up at the top. Look, it wants you to find the Earth habitat that's the sewer. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So these 4 aliens, straight away, you can name and you can click on and you can see that they're from the sewer. Okay, have a go in a moment. Have a go at pausing it and just finding as many as you can. See if you can find which category's got the most, which category's got the least. Let's have a look. You can try is or is not, starts with, ends with. Just have an experiment. Let's have a look. So, favourite food is not pasta. I believe that should come up with all of them. There we go. So, none of their favourite food is pasta. Okay, so we've filled that box. If we go on to body texture, I think there's only a couple of these. Yeah, so if we go on to smooth skin, we can see that more people don't have smooth skin than do have smooth skin. So that's a fact that we can take from this data. We could say the opposite. Okay. Oh, not name, sorry. Body texture is not smooth, and we'll just get the opposite effect. So there we go. Body texture is not smooth skin. Gives you something completely different, doesn't it? Okay, so give this a pause and have a go experimenting, see what types of answers you can sort of formulate. Okay, once you've had a go and you've paused the video, we're going to move on again to the right. So we've used table, we've used find, we're going to have a go at this one. Now, when you click on this one, it does give you a few different options. We're going to start with sort. So if we go on to sort, doesn't matter if it's up or down, and then we're going to sort them into their hobbies. Okay. It'll take a second just to do. Can speed it up on the side there. I don't know if you saw. Try and get it quickly to come up again. Hobbies. Okay, you can speed it up on the side there. Now, this one's not as clear, and you'd sort of have to click, but it has put them together. So Upa, his hobby is bone collecting. The next one is bone collecting. Then we move on to flying and gaming. So in alphabetical order, it does sort them, but it's not very clear. You wouldn't be able to use that data very easily, would you? That's where grouping can come in, and I think this one's probably one of the most useful ones to use, especially for those of you who learn with pictures a bit better. So if we choose body texture again, okay, this time it's going to sort them. Here's the speed that you can do on the side again. But this time it's a bit easier because they are in their own little tables. You can see smooth skin, we've got everyone all together, and scales, we've got everyone all together. So instead of one long line and you've got to click to find out who's who, it's all there for you. If we go back onto group again and we try planet, there's a few more planets. You can see it starts to put them into a few more tables. There we go. And then group again and favourite food. Even more sections come up. There we go. And we've got one for each pretty much. And then this extra one means other options, because they've got so many options of favourite foods that they can't actually fit it in the database. The last one that we're going to look at from this box at the top is arrange. Now, you can arrange them in tiles, from top to bottom, left, right, or random. I like tiled best, just as a nice reset. Okay. Next one we're going to have a look at is statistics and reports. Now, if we have a quick look at statistics, and we want to know about the eyes, there's a few different ones on here. We're not going to look at too much in detail, but if you want to have a look at percentages just for your own interest, you can see that 5% of aliens have 7 eyes, 5% have 3 eyes, 55% have 2 eyes, and 35% have 1 eye. You can check everything else. So you can check planets, and you can either count them, or you can do percentages. What I would say is, if you're experimenting with this one, is to clear it each time. Because if I was to press planet percentages now and press the equals box, it comes on underneath and it can get a bit sort of jumbled up. So if you clear it each time and have the planet count, there we go. So there are 7 aliens from Zorg, 5 from Saturn, 4 from Moon, and 4 from Boaz. So you can experiment with that one as well. I would say that the best one to help you with answering your questions is going to be the table, which we looked at earlier, or the grouping, which we looked at again. So if there's a question about strength, straight away we can get everyone's strength in there. Okay, hopefully this helps. If you have a look on your email, you'll see that you've got a few questions. I want you to use the database. So this app that we're on right now, to investigate, I want you to use this to answer those questions. I will also set it as a to-do list. So if you are confident and you want to use Purple Mash, it will be on your to-dos. Bear in mind, if you have it in your to-dos, you'll have to have multiple tabs open at the top. You'll have to have one which has got the database in, which is this, and one with the questions on as well. Otherwise it's going to be very difficult to sort of switch between the two. Okay, have fun, good luck. Email me if there's any questions at all that you need help with. Bye!